Hey guys, Steven here from 101 Designs. So today I'm going to be showing you how to create a dripping effect in Photoshop. So I'm going to be using this picture which I downloaded from freepik.com and also a dripping vector icon which I downloaded from vectz.com. All of these resources has been linked in the description below, so go get them. So I'm going to start by removing the background of this picture, or rather removing the image from the background, whichever way. So I'll go to the quick selection tool from these tools by the left, and then I would I'll click on select subject from the options above here. So it's going to highlight the image for me. So before I proceed, I'm just going to zoom closer and adjust the areas that were not highlighted properly. So let me do that quickly. So I'm done selecting the adjusting the edges. So next up, I'm going to click on select and mask from the options above. Then I'm going to use the refine edge brush tool to adjust the hairs. So I'm just going to clean out the areas of the hairs, the edges of the hairs like this. So then I'm going to save this. You can just adjust some of these options and save it. So I'll save this, and then I'm going to adjust the position of the image. I'm just going to resize it a bit. I'm going to drop the size down like this, for example. Yeah, let me leave it like this first. Then I'm going to go and import the dripping icon, the dripping vector icon. But first of all, I'm going to show you how to save it as a PNG from Adobe Illustrator. So when you download it, it's going to come in this format. It's going to come in a PDF format, in a JPEG format, and EPS. So you need to open the EPS format on Adobe Illustrator and save it as a PNG, so you can easily use it. You can also use this one, but it's better to save it as a PNG and just use it. So I'm going to open this in Adobe Illustrator. So when you open the dripping effect on Adobe Illustrator, it's going to be like this. If you drag it, you're going to see that the actual vector shape and the background was grouped together. So what you're going to do is to select all of them, right click and click on ungroup. So when you click on ungroup, you can select the background and shift it out like this, and then you can save this as a PNG. So to save it as a PNG, go to File, Export As. Then you can click on PNG and save this as a PNG. So I'm going to import the vector shape into Photoshop like this. Then I'll use the lasso tool from the options by the left. Click on lasso tool, then I would select this one like this. So when I highlight this, when I draw around it, it's going to give me this option to select it. Then I will right click on this and click on layer via copy. So it's going to create a copy of this particular dripping shape for me. Then I'll drag this into my project like this. I would reduce the size. I'll drop the size down down like this. So what I want to do, I want it to be on the image like this, so I can be able to adjust and clean out the areas that are below. So I'll clean out the areas that are below so it can flow with this current dripping effect down here. So I'm going to adjust it like this, and then I'll leave it like this. Yes. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Control and click on this particular dripping layer. I'll hold Control and click on it. It's going to select this image. It's going to highlight it for me like this. I'm going to make a selection of it like this. Then I'll right click on this, and I'll go to either the quick selection tool or the lasso tool. Right click on this and click on select inverse. So it's going to like inverse the selection for me. Then I will go over to the layer. This is my image layer. Click on the layer mask, the mask layer there, and then I would click on the brush, select a hard brush like this, and then you can clean out these areas. So what that does, it allows you to clean out the areas below without cleaning inside, without cleaning the areas that has the dripping effect on it. So you see it cleans out this area, so I can turn off this dripping effect, so you can see what it does. It has cleaned the areas below for me, and now we have the dripping effect like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer just to have a copy, and then I would just add a little brightness to this image. I would first of all convert it to a smart object, and then I'll go to camera raw filter, and then I'm just going to enhance the lights on the brightness of the picture a bit. So I'll just hover on some of these handles, just adjust them a bit. So now we have our dripping effect like this, but we need to add a background. So I'm first of all going to make a solid color behind this. So I'll just use any color, let's say this color like this, and then I'll double click on it. It's going to take me to the layer styles option. So let's click on gradient. So I'm going to use a purple gradient actually. So select this one. I'm going to adjust the colors a bit, so I'll take this down. And then the other side, I'm going to make it a bright purple color like this, for example. And then I'm going to set the styles from here. I'll set the styles to radial, and then I would bring this here so we can have it like this, and then I'll reverse it. I would undo reverse from it, then I would increase the scale so we can have it like this. I would like to adjust this color as well, so yeah, like this. So we have our dripping effect like this. Then I'm going to add a shadow down here, so it's going to look as if it's going to look more realistic. So I'll go and select the brush tool, ensure it's black, and then I'll create a new layer. Then I'll just tap on the, sorry, I'll use a soft brush. Then I'm just going to tap on it like this, Control T, and then I'll just stretch this like this, stretch it like this, and then you can place it here. I'll reduce the size a bit. and then I'll drop opacity down a bit so it's going to look realistic. I think I need to bring down the model's image slightly down, so I'll bring it down like this a bit. So there you go, we now have our dripping effects right here in Photoshop. So subscribe to my channel so you can get to see more tutorials like this. Click the like button on this and drop a nice comment. Stay tuned and thank you for watching.